chose to lie for his child for as long as he could. But what he failed to realize is that that was going to come to bite him in the ass, because when you're lying for your child that has assaulted other children, allegedly assaulted other children, you're no longer, you're worse than he is, because you are now a co-conspirator, you are an enabler, and you deserve to be held accountable as well. I can love my child, but I can hate the sin, just like the man above. And I would never cover his tracks for harming or causing the death of anyone on this earth. As a parent, you have to draw the line, because what happens is the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, and that's why his son is comfortable with disrespecting him like that, because of the shit that you do. You never separated his father and son. You act like that boy's friend, and you even willing to lie for him as it relates to assaulting a innocent child. Shame on you, Trina B. Glad it finally came out. Glad your son finally went off on your ass, and now we know the.
I said Greedy's mom? It wasn't Greedy's mom, was it? I don't think that was Greedy's mom. No way. That couldn't have been Miss Lachelle. No way. It wasn't. No.
So Robert, this is the thing. It's a wrong situation regardless. Like at the end of the day, this young lady got sexually abused, so it's fucked up. Um, Here's the thing. I don't. It was wrong, but I understand why Trina B is doing what she's doing. I totally get it. I can't say what I would do if I had a kid. Like I probably would do the same thing, maybe, or not. I don't know. I don't know what I would do if my kid was in this situation. I really don't know. So I don't. He's fucked up for hiding this, but at the same time, I understand why he did it. It's his child. At the end of the fucking day, bitch, you gonna defend your child regardless. So like I'm torn. I'm really torn. To be honest with you, I'm really torn about this situation. But at the end of the day, this child is I don't know, And you look like a fucking mess, you fucking faggot.
Well, I think Dr. S says something that's very important here is, you know, the factor of the matter is an innocent child was harmed. That is the factor here. Um, would y'all like to hear my opinion? Because I had a phone conversation with him, but also I can tell you a little bit of backstory with the dynamic with Trina. I really can. Um, and I'm going to tell you how I honestly feel after I get 1K, because this is the TrinaB content moment. So this is the TrinaB content hour. So we're using content of TrinaB's stuff specifically to make sure that we get ran up. So we need 1K. That's why he can wish death on him. So we need 1K because we are using TrinaB's content specifically to get ran up and get boxes, so that he knows that anything that he does, we are specifically going to use. The content is him. Like we are using whatever he does and what happens to get ran up in boxes. Yeah, we're gonna get beans off of TrinaB's content. So I need a 1K gift. Thank you, bro. Trina was worried about church chick, not that boy. I need a one. Oh, I see y'all with the power shields. Period. ISV. Thank you, baby. I need a one. Oh, period for the wings of strength. I see you. We need a one. Period. ISV. Thank you, boo. All right. Thank you for the TrinaB. So I went to a filming when I was doing a documentary. TrinaB's son was not there. And this is, thank you, baby. This is honestly from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for the power shields. I honestly did not know any of this scenario. And I think in the back of my mind that his son was not invited to this. And we did not do this because of that. Because if you look at the documentary, he's not involved. What I learned about TrinaB and his family dynamic during this time is he is the fatherly, loving, just a second. The fatherly, loving, look up to, favorite uncle, whatever, respect, deacon, family guy, okay? X, Y, and Z in the family. They look up to him in terms of that. It didn't yet. We didn't finish it because of COVID, the actors strike and everything. Motherly, fatherly, yeah. So that's what TrinaB is to the family when I spoke with them. When I spoke to the ex-wife, and a lot of y'all don't know this, this is the first time I'm saying this. she didn't mention anything about this whole scenario as well. She mentioned nothing about this. All she mentioned was that they were together. He's living his life. They have 2 children. She completely glazed over this. When you guys found this out, I found this out. And I sat and met with the family. This is something that it's like, I feel like the family has just kind of swept under the rug. Because I guarantee I would have added this or had this be a question in the documentary if I had known. This was completely swept under the rug. Now, in terms of him with his child, I've had conversations with Trina before behind the scenes, and I said, you should honestly stop talking about it, and you should honestly get your child off of social media because it's not looking good for either of y'all. And I say this with the utmost heart, and this is my opinion. I don't think Trina had the mental capacity, verbiage, or durability to know how to respond in terms of the possibility that his child did do something to an actual child. And I think what happened here on social media is he got so bombarded with things that he just went to defense mode. Even if he brought it to the app, you can bring something and then it explodes. And I'm not defending Trina. I'm truly not. Please understand, I'm not defending Trina, and I'm definitely not defending his son. Let me say this as a point of principle as I say this. Put his son in the fucking chokey, the electric chair, firing squad, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I feel for the same way I feel for his son that I feel for anybody who does shit like that. Let me be very clear with that. Let me be very clear with all of saying that. Fuck his son. I wouldn't give a fuck if his son walked out and motherfucking got hit by a bus, bitch. And I mean that. The reason why I feel differently for Trina and the reason why I did not see him stuttering in that clip that we just watched, which we're going to watch again, is because I believe that Trina was genuinely upset, genuinely lost, and genuinely beaten down to the point where he just did not know what to say anymore. And the truth finally came out, which is I don't know everything, which is I've been defending someone and saying shit and lying for you. That's what I believe. I believe Trina was literally up there. The only thing that man has been covering up is the fact that he was not present with everything that happened, that he was not there every time that his child was around them children, that he does not know everything that might have happened in the case, that he does not know exactly what was going on. And now that that came out, there is a possibility that his son did literally plead guilty because there was something on there or something that they interrogated him enough to find that he could have gotten in trouble. Because what his son just woke up is his son woke up that he was not in his life and he was not there as present as Trina made it seem, which makes me think that you're a motherfucker, you really did something. Because he actually did it. I truly believe that TrinaB and the guilt for being absent in his life. Yeah. And, you know, I'm not going to lie to y'all, and y'all can disagree with me, and I'm going to let y'all up. I feel sad for TrinaB because that is his actual son. And I think that TrinaB has a symptom of sweeping under the rug syndrome. I think that it's okay for you to say, I love my son, and I'm never going to leave my son's side no matter what they do, but I'm also going to hold them accountable and say that they might have been wrong and say that I don't know. I'm not going to immediately defend them in something like this. It's different if you're defending your son for a school grade. It's different if you're defending your son for even doing some type of criminal activity, like maybe robbing something. Oh, they might be going through something. But baby, when your son is physically harming a small child and you don't know all the facts, I think as a parent, it's okay to say, and I'm not a parent. I'm not a parent. So I'm just saying that first and foremost. Y'all are parents. This is why I want to hear from y'all. But I think it's okay for someone to say, bitch, I don't know everything. And I'm not going to sit my ass up here and I'm not going to defend everything. Because Trina, now you look like you were coercing. You look like you were defending and hiding. You look like you might have had something to do with it. You look like there might have been something. And I know that none of those things are true because I know his family dynamic and I know how he operates. But now from the outside looking in, if somebody watches this and hears you saying, okay, you did it, you lied, you did all this, you're going to look just as bad as your child. I'm not interviewing his son. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I believe that man did it. There's no reason for me to interview him, and I'm going to lose brain cells. And I'm not going to interview Trina at this point in time. This video was enough footage to show and see what we need to see. I would get my child help and make him take the stand. And that poor victim. Exactly. Even years later. But Trina now, this is me. This is my opinion. The man is beaten down and worn down because he didn't know how to defend himself. He didn't know how to defend his son. And he didn't know how to defend that situation. I don't think it's easy for any parent to admit that their child might have a problem or that there's a possibility that they did something. But it's not about your child's feelings. It's about the victim here and the possibility that your child might have done something. And I think anybody with a heart would say the possibility is enough. And if I don't know for a fact you didn't, that's scary. I agree with you, Anna Aries. He should have shut up when everyone told him to. I agree with you plenty of times. And you know what? And now where it would have been his son getting worn out, where it had been his son getting railroaded, and it still should be, you're now about to have to go through a phase 4 of all the shit with your son because you lied for him. You lied for him. Hi, Miss T. Hurt people, yeah. But people don't hurt children. When you hurt children, that's a whole nother ball game. And I think what happened with TrinaB is, and I'm not, once again, please understand, we need 4K, y'all. He didn't want to believe it because sometimes people look at their children as the only thing you did. And I get that. A lot of y'all, hey baby, a lot of y'all are parents in here. I can't imagine a lot of y'all. I don't think so either, God Zeus's rack. I hate you so much. Not God Zeus's rack. I hate you. I don't think that he believes, I don't think Trina knows what to believe, what angle to go, what to say. Because his story has changed up so many times with trying to defend his child that he's forgot to just defend his child in a way where you can defend your child, but also hold your child accountable. And your children are a reflection of you. And I hear that. Some of y'all are like, no, TrinaB knew what the son was doing. Point blank. Come up in the queue and tell me what y'all think. Come up in the queue. And some of y'all think that he's been covering up the truth. Some of y'all think it's just denial. This is all just messy and so many people's damaged at this point. What do y'all, I'm open to hear all perspectives. That's just mine. Mind you, I'm not defending Trina. Y'all wear him out how y'all want to wear him out. Y'all say what y'all want to say. But I just see a man who doesn't have the vernacular, the capability, and fell under the cards of everything and basically folded and told the truth, which is he doesn't know the full truth. In layman's terms, Shirley.
Exactly. I agree with you. He doesn't know the truth. So he shouldn't have been sitting up here lying and acting like he knew what the boy did when we know he wasn't there. They keep telling you to be quiet because you don't know what you're talking about. So you should have just let it go. Okay, I understand. I'm going to still love my child too. But I'm not going to sit up here and defend something I don't know anything about. That's why he got made a fool of now. Because he's been sitting up there lying, and bringing the boy up and bringing the boy up. He's bringing the boy up. The boy's not bringing himself up. He's doing it. And I would be, and putting myself in the boy's shoes, I would be kind of pissed too, because you keep bringing something up. Let it go. He wasn't there. You don't know what happened. There it is there.
Thank you. Hey, baby.
Um, First, where was Trina B's father growing up? Um, Two, I agree with what you said. I think Trina B buckled under pressure because you could tell because he said, "Oh, well, then you did it then." So it wasn't like you did it. He said that after the son said, "Oh, so you could think I done it too? Then f you."
Okay,
That's when
wait, Glam. Let
everything.
me ask you now. Let's have an honest conversation here. I'm gonna tell you my opinion. I believe that that interaction that we saw, that man didn't
Hmm.
stutter once. I believe he was angry. That was an emotional filled
Hmm.
reaction. But also, I do believe in the midst of that, there's somewhere in his mind where he believes some of the stuff he might have said. I believe it was mostly response. It was reactionary. It was emotional. But also, I believe some in there. And I think the part that he believes is it's a
He did
possibility
it
that there might be something you did something that you did something.
exactly. Yeah, and it was to me, it was almost like Trina B was waiting. Like whew, like okay, right, okay, so right, okay, so you did it then. So it was like the son was basically. You could tell. Did they ever have that conversation that I didn't do it, Dad? Dad, I did it. That it was like that conversation was void. And they had it today. That's what I picked up. They had that conversation today. And that's where it went. It was sad. I really didn't like that. I don't watch Trina B or the other one. But today, I did. They need healing, a lot of prayer and counseling. You know, that's just the way I saw it. Now, would I have stuck with my child and I knew the truth? With a child being molested, touched, to that manner? No, no, um,
Yeah. Well, thank you, Auntie Glam.
no.
Thank you. We need 4K, y'all. We need 4K.
Can't find some, pick up the phone.
Don't shut your ass up. Dixon, give me 4K. Give me 4K.
Hey Robert,
Hi, baby.
I just want to say I was in the live when all this transpired, and Trina was actually talking about Auntie Whip, and he was talking about how he was gonna carry on with her being a molester, whatever the thing that she said, and his son flew a kite in there and said, "Well, Trina said I hate molesters, whatever, because my son." When he went through with his charges, I didn't talk to him for 3 weeks. Boom. His son popped in and said, "You lying." And he got up in the box. He got in the box and said, "You lying. You talked to me the next day and the day after and the day after, whatever, whatever." So that's when Trina popped off to say, "Okay, well, boom, you did it," because, he became disrespectful to Trina. So we can't say it was true or not. Trina might have been speaking out of anger because he felt like the son disrespected
And
him.
that's and I think Cousin Troll, you hit the nail on the head. I think what happened is Trina doesn't know if it's true or not. But Trina today was
Right,
just speaking out of anger and emotion because his child disrespected
right,
him, and he's very big on the disrespect and the respect. But I
right,
asked him after if he know, and he said I honestly don't know. He only goes off the rape kit and all of that they didn't find
right,
anything. So I
right,
think that more or less he's now eating shit because he made up all of these lies, he defended all of these things, and he made all these narratives and trying to defend his child, and now he has egg on
right.
his face.
That's true. That's true. And it just kind of spiraled out of control from there because I was like, wait a minute, what is happening? You know what I'm saying? It went from Auntie Whip to, yeah, you did it, and it was kind of crazy. because I was in the live and it just spiraled all out of control.
Well, thank you, love. I think he was more embarrassed and disrespected. I agree with you. Both. He also said the girl's mother is always doing something. I agree with y'all. Both. I agree with both of that. We need 3K. We need 3K. Can y'all please donate to the TrinaB content? We need 3K, y'all. We need 3K while talking about TrinaB specifically. Let's get to this fourth box so he knows. Hey, what's going on, Zombie King? Go ahead.
Hi, babe. Hi, Robert. I just want to say, when you're angry, as humans, when we're angry and somebody's like hurting our feelings or making us feel some type of way, we say the most truthful, hurtful shit. Do you know what I mean? Like if we know a deep down secret about somebody, we'll bring that up in an argument. And then later on, we'll be like, oh, damn, fuck. Why did I say that? Or I should have never said that. Or, I should never threw it in their face or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So when you're in that heat of the moment, I'm not going to lie. If I knew a secret about somebody and they took me to that level of anger, sorry, Papa, wait. And they took me to that level of anger, hun, I will say the most truthful, hurtest shit ever. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's what I just want to point out.
it's true.
Now he's trying to take it back, saying, "Oh, I was angry. I was angry." Good. I'm glad you were angry. I'm glad you came on here angry. You showed us exactly what happened. That's amazing. Yes, you didn't have enough self control to get out of the live or go call your son behind closed doors, Robert. Like what the fuck? No, 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 no. So, whatever. The truth always comes out, honey, especially when you're fucking angry.
So y'all, we getting mad and playing with our. What do you mean? What do you mean? Um, we need. Oh, okay.
I just want to say too,
Oh,
a little.
you might be breaking up, baby.
Oh, well, let me drop that on back.
Yeah, yeah, drop down. Come. We need 3K, y'all. Can we get 3K? Thank you, True. We need 3K, y'all. See y'all playing them SL gifts.
Yeah, so I just want to. I've
Uno,
been
did you
here for
send
a
me a
while and
bean?
no, I haven't said nothing.
All right, so you let me know when you do. I appreciate you coming on up, but send me a bean and follow me so you have my badge, please. I've never told the secret out of anger. I just stopped dealing with that person. Well, different people deal with it differently. Different people deal with it differently, you know? But I do think we need 3K, y'all. I do think in this scenario, um, there was anger, there was all of that going on. There was a lot going on. And I do think there was emotion involved. And I do, oh no, let me kick you out, White King from Nigeria. Get the fuck on out of my life. I keep him, everybody deals with it differently. But now TrinaB has to deal, not Hollister in Saudi Arabia. Now, now he has to deal with that. And it's going to be something that is, I think both were hurt, misunderstood. A simple conversation could have fixed it all. I agree. But also, let's not forget here, his motherfucking that shit. Sorry. Y'all can't tell me nothing else. His son did that shit. And I think TrinaB also needs to get a reality check that it's possible your son did some shit and needs help. That's what I
Can I
think the
sound a
main
little bit
focus is.
better?
Go ahead, baby.
Okay, you can hear me a little bit better this time? Okay. So I agree with a lot of people saying I
Big
think
like
that he was more embarrassed than anything. And I feel like it goes on a lot and it's sad, and especially in the black families where a lot of stuff that happens is, kept in house and, you don't want to really reveal stuff that happens in the house, like when you're younger and stuff, like how people, like they don't tell you, certain things you don't reveal, you don't come out and say, or it
under the
doesn't leave
rug,
the
which is what I
house,
believe
you
this
know what I
is.
mean?
Under the rug.
And it
Under the rug.
right,
I hate
right.
that.
And it's very bad, and a lot of people even now like live with stuff and they've been traumatized and from stuff like that happening. And I think TrinaB deep down, he knows his son definitely did something. Even if he can't put a specific, finger on it, whether it was this, whether it was that, but he definitely knows that he did something. And the fact that like when he got angry enough on live, and was able to scream out and say it, I think it's a big weight lifted off of him as well. I really do feel like he made, even though he lied and shit, I feel like it's a weight lifted off of his shoulders to come out and say that shit. Maybe he should have had it, you know, behind closed doors, that conversation with his son. But it is what it is at this point.
Thank you, Jade. Can we get 3K? You know, I agree with you. I think it also is a relief. Like I said, we're not taking away the principle that his son is a piece of shit. But where I try to have empathy for Trina as a father, as a human being, as an emotional person, I also have to have resentment and say, well, Trina, this is your fault. And can we reverse that, right? And you're here because you were defending your son. Where is the line in the border of being a parent? Where is the line and border of saying, well, I love my kin no matter what they do with certain things? And is there one? Because, I mean, this is just me once again. If I have kids, no matter how much I love you, if you have a problem, I'm getting you the help you need so that you can be okay. Because if TrinaB's son ends up in jail for something like this, you're not going to be able to help them at all. If your child is stealing, beating, doing all these things, like, if you are condoning or covering or sweeping anything on the rug, you are just as guilty for whatever they do. And I think that goes for anybody. And why act like an advocate for sexual assault victims but lie for your son? And that's what makes it so hard, because I'm like, Trina, you just dug yourself an even worse hole. Because now every single time that man goes up there and talks about somebody like Auntie Whip or all these people, somebody is now going to be like, you sat there for days and months and defended your son, who you don't know might have done something. And the reason why his admin is so stupid is because the admin is sitting in there listening to all of this, his dumb admin, which is a black woman who's a mother and some other people, and being like, let's change direction. No, not let's change direction. Let's fucking talk about it. Let's talk about what's being swept under the rug. Let's talk about what you've been trying to defend that you don't know. Be a real one and say, I love my child, but I don't know. And that scares me. And that's a problem. And I need to talk behind the scenes and fix it. Just be a real one. Do that. Because now you got egg on your face. Because your child came up here and said that you're lying about the stuff you're trying to defend. Your son wasn't even defending his case the way that you was defending it. Your son wasn't even up here arguing with the people the way that you was arguing with the folks. So now you look crazy. And the focus shouldn't be on Trina. I don't care what nobody says to me. It should not be on Trina. The focus should be on the fact that his son literally did some shit like that. It should not be around children. That's what the focus is. He asked Trina to stop talking about him. That's understandable. That's understandable too. It's understandable. Because the son wasn't paid for it, Trina did it for beans. Honey, let me tell you something. The son is sick all around. The son is sick all around. That bastard. I throw him in the... I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Throw him in the incinerator. Exactly. And you know, I just think, I hope that this is I would hope that this is a reality check for Trina, to really be like, I made a mistake. I was defending. I was lying. I don't know everything. Because let me tell you something. When you lie about stuff, especially on this app, what goes around comes, the truth always comes out. And if you're not go ahead.
At the end of the day, TrinaB, when TrinaB time comes, he's going to leave behind some legacies. He's going to leave behind a legacy of foolishness over greatness, failures over success, and curses over blessings. So it is what it is at the end of the day.
It was the people saying he should have got his son an attorney. And some of the admin in there is sick. Keep it one. Sick. Worrying about him get his son an attorney. How about you take your son to the fucking side and say, off of social media, and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? Let's have a conversation. Stop playing with me, because you're going to go to jail. Do I need to get you therapy? Is there a problem? Did any inkling of anything happen? Be honest with me so that I can do what I need to do to make sure you're okay, because the truth always comes out. The truth always comes out. It's not his duty to get his son an attorney. It's his duty to find out as a father and make sure that he moves appropriately. That's what his duty is. That's what his duty is. Fucking attorney. Find out what really happened. It's your duty as a parent, I think. We need 3K, y'all. I think your duty is to find out what happened so that you can move accordingly. I think it's your duty as a parent to find out so that you're not in the know. Lost in the sauce. Because then when the light comes out, if you out here on the wrong side, you're going to look just as motherfucking guilty as the person. And I think TrinaB touched on this. Well, I don't know about anything about Trina touching him. I'm not starting that narrative. But what I'm saying is, homeboy got too confused with his dynamic with the family. And this is social media. He should have just came out and said, listen, I don't know everything. He did. Run it up, y'all. Can we get 3K?
My thing is, Robert, if I did have a child, no matter if my child murdered somebody, I'm still gonna stick beside my child. TrinaB did all of this shit for Bigo. You could have called your son and let your son know, oh, I find you a competitor, I find you all this, but you get on live to bash your son and say he's a sex offender. You giving the ops what they wanted. You giving people like Ebony what they wanted. You sitting over here doing all this fake ass crime. See, you should have just stick beside your son like, oh, I found you guilty on off of Bigo, but on Bigo I'm not gonna find you guilty. The fuck, TrinaB, you are weird as fuck, bitch. Fuck you and fuck everything you can for. And Robert, I'm proud of you for upgrading and moving to a new apartment, though.
Pastor. Y'all, can we get 3K really quick? Can we get 3K? Can we get 3K?
Hey Robert. Yeah, Trina did a lot by lying, and I mean I understand he would want to stand by his kid and everything. However, what's wrong is wrong and what's right is right. You can tell your son you're wrong, but I love you. As they say the gay people, hate the sinner, but no love, hate the sinner, hate the sin, but love the sinner. All right.
It's true, you know. My parents, not Sophia, color purple. My parents aren't. My mom is not a fan of gay lifestyle. She's like, I think it's gross, but she's like, I love you the same. Hey, Asiden, we need 3K, you guys. But this is like, it's okay as a parent. I think I'm not a parent, but it's okay to say, I love you, but we got some issues. Some shit is wrong.
Hey, Young Sin. Hey, Trey Jesus. I see you in the comments. But
Can we get
Zeus,
3K, y'all? We need 3K, y'all.
Zeus, why your wig is split like a fucking vagina that's about to
It's
give
not.
birth,
It's
bitch?
not a. It's not a. It's
It's
not a wig.
oh, why is it looking like that? And what's going on with those naps? For someone who said that they not motherfucking black, bitch, you sure got.
Anyways, we need 3K, you guys. We need 3K. I don't know, but I think the best advice for me to Trina: stop interacting with your child on social media. And every single day you sit up here, if you don't know, somebody taught me, and can I get an amen for this? And can I get a 1K for this? If you don't know, sometimes it's okay to shut the fuck up. Thank you. If you don't know, it's just it makes a little bit more sense to just shut the fuck up. I'm not going to sit up here and defend, because then if I defend, Bigo's not the place. Because let me tell you something. If I defend and I find out what I've been defending ain't the truth, but I thought it was the truth, which is not the scenario, that's one thing. But if I don't know and I'm defending some shit I don't know, I can't gag when shit gets real and the person's like, no, you don't know, bitch. And I'm up here like, because I never knew. So now I got egg on my face. He could have said it's a private matter and declined to speak on it further. Yeah. But what he did is he fell into the Beagle trap. He fell into the Beagle trap of consistently responding to everyone about it. And that's why he is where he is. Even if he brought it to his app, to the app Euphoria. Even if he brought it to the app. Hey, boo, much love. Thank y'all. Can y'all run it up, y'all? The room is super lucky with those lucky gifts, y'all. Come on, play them SL gifts. Hold up. I'm just saying, even if he brought it himself. And the sad thing is the focus, yes. Ooh. When stuff about children come up since his son is accused, he should, yes, thank you. Let me tell you something. With me, you have the control to sweep shit under the rug on Bigo and keep it pushing. I do all the time because there's a lot of shit that's not true. And there's a lot of shit that I don't know about. So I choose not to engage with it. Thank y'all. Run it up. Thank y'all so much. Can we get to this fourth box? Hey, Kenny, if you don't know something like that, especially when in terms of child molestation, pedophilia, and it has to do, let your son, who's of age, take the brunt. This focus shouldn't even be on Trina right now. It should be all on his fucking, hey, Kenny, it should be all on his son. That's the sad thing. Hey, Kenny.
What's going on, Robert?
Where you been?
I've been here and there.
Are you finally gay or you still straight?
No, I'm straight, man.
You got a girlfriend?
No.
You single?
Single, yeah.
Can I suck your dick?
No.
You miss me?
No.
Don't miss me?
How's everything with you, though?
You don't like Miss coming to pay me a visit, Kenny?
That's why I came by.
Everything's good. I still got tight walls, a good throat.
That's good for you, man.
And where you stay at? You in New York?
No, I'm not telling you, Robert.
Why you not telling me?
Robert,
Huh?
stop.
What?
Stop it.
What am I doing?
Robert.
What?
Robert.
Huh?
Robert.
Yeah.
Robert.
Ooh.
Stop.
Mm.
Rob, stop.
Oh.
No. Okay, I'm
Oh.
not doing this.
Oh. Wait, Kenny. All right. I love you. I love you. I didn't have a man call that my name that many times. Last time I had a man call that my name that many times, he was elbow deep in my asshole. Well, he fine. I'm gonna send him my whole pics. Thank you, Kenny. We need 3K. Can we get 3K, y'all? Can we get 3K? Yeah. He used to come to my live. I don't know where he's been. He ain't been on Bigo in a while. I ain't seen him. Thank you, Queen. Now all y'all some thirsty bitches. Back the fuck up. Chills down your spine. You get chills down your spine when somebody fist you to the elbow. Okay, a little distracted. Okay, can we get 3K though? Can we get 3K and get to this next box, please? I'm horny. Okay, honey. I'm horny. Thank you, Kenny. Kenny, I am single. Y'all so nasty. Back the fuck up. Oh, I can't have nothing with y'all. I can't have shit with y'all. Y'all, we need 2.5K. We need 2.5K. Kenny, they got new gifts, y'all. Go up here and do these treasure gifts, y'all. Do the 100 one, the 500 one, the 1K, the 3K. Y'all winning these SL gifts. Not Kenny, you need some throat. Oh my God. This is why I can't have no men with y'all. Hey, God, Ames, I was doing fine. He was into me. It was hot. He was getting turned on. It was getting sweaty and sensual. And here come you basic ass bitches. I get throat. My pussy tight. I cream. I use yoni pearls. Y'all can't ever let me have nothing. I followed you, you dirty ass, bum ass bitches. You see them kids, they so thirsty. Ugh. He wasn't even feeling y'all like that. He was feeling me, faggots. Anyways, y'all get on my fucking nerves. Like, ooh. Can y'all run